Hello, everybody. For the second part of our 30-day challenge, we're going to do a meditation with the uh, Tibetan Buddhist meditation with Green Tara. And so just for today, I'm going to explain a little bit about Tara for those of you who are not familiar with her. And just like the first part of the practice that we will be doing. And so Tara is considered to be the wisdom goddess, the embodiment of perfect wisdom, the goddess of universal compassion, and the mother of all Buddhists. Her name means star in Sanskrit, and she is believed to possess the ability to guide followers like a star on their spiritual path towards liberation, which is really the end goal of any and all Buddhist practices. And Tara was born, legend says that Tara was born in a planet not on Earth, but in a planet where a patriarchal system ruled, and she wanted to do a meditative practice, and she was told that she couldn't, that the best that she could do was to ask to be reincarnated in a male form and in her next reincarnation. But she went ahead anyway and she became enlightened. And so she vowed to come back in a female form to help, planets like ours, where a patriarchal system rules, where there is the divine feminine has been basically wiped out or is very, very wounded. And so she is seated. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see an image of her. And you don't have to visualize her like during the practice. You will be asked to visualize her either in front of you or yourself becoming Green Tara. But you don't have to visualize her exactly like that. You can visualize just like a beautiful young woman in the peak of vitality. Her body is made of pure emerald green, translucent light. And she's seated on a lotus throne. She has a blue or night lotus flower that is also called an utpala in her left hand that releases fragrance as the moon appears. And her right palm is facing outwards, and as a gesture that she is here to grant the wishes of her followers. Her right foot is also, she's not seated in a full lotus position. Her right foot is extended forward, also as a gesture that she is ready to jump into action to come help. The wonderful thing about Tara is that she is one of the only Buddhas that does not require an initiation or a transmission to follow her practice. And her promise is that you don't even have to repeat the mantra, that only by pronouncing her name, she will come to your aid. And so Green Tara is associated with enlightened activity and active compassion. And she is like the main manifestation from which all her other forms emanate. So there are countless forms, countless emanations of Tara, but it is normally said that like the main emanations of Tara are 21 Taras. So that's like a whole other practice to do with the 21 Taras. Each of them, their enlightened action is more specific. But for now, Green Tara, she She is thought to dissolve all fears, and to bring wisdom and compassion to anybody who does her practice or who calls her in. And she also protects, she also offers protection on your path towards enlightenment. That is the ultimate goal of any Buddhist practice, to step out of the wheel of karma. And so I'm going to briefly explain what we're going to be doing. So first, we're going to visualize green Tara, and we're going to visualize a ray of white light coming from her third eye chakra into ours. And as that light reaches us, it floods us and it purifies our body, our physical body, or the plane of form. Then we're going to visualize a red beam of light coming from her throat chakra into ours. And that purifies the plane of speech or the plane of energy. And then from her heart chakra, we're going to visualize a blue ray of light coming in, flooding our energy, our like all of our bodies, and that purifies the plane of the mind or consciousness. And we're going to do, while we visualize this, I am going to say these bija mantras, or these syllables, Om, Ah, Hum, one for each ray of light. And you can say them as well audibly while you are following along, trying to send the vibration of your voice to those points. You can actually feel like those chakras vibrating as you say it out loud, or if you're not comfortable doing that, you can just listen to it and trying to send that sound as you visualize the beams of light coming in and purifying these three planes of our existence. And so after that, you can either visualize green Tara becoming very, very, very small and then floating above your head and coming in through your crown chakra, down your central channel, all the way to your heart chakra. And when she reaches that place with the syllable Tam, which is her bija mantra, you can visualize any of these like letters, or you can just visualize the actual like our alphabet letters, or you can just visualize a little pearl of emerald green light. With that bija mantra, you become green Tara. Or if you don't feel comfortable doing that, then you can just keep on visualizing her in front of you. And as we start repeating the mantra, this is what the mantra means. I prostrate to Tara, the liberator, mother of all the victorious ones. And so once we start repeating the mantra, you're just going to visualize that from that little pearl of green light, whether you have manifested as green Tara or whether you're visualizing her in front of you, these beams of green, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful emerald green light start going out in all directions, sending blessings to all beings. And as they reach all beings, they all start becoming green Tara, they all start to dissolve in green light. And when we finish, we're going to repeat the mantra 108 times. And when we're done with that, everything dissolves into this beautiful green light of Tara. And then you remain in contemplation. And so, for a few minutes or for as long as you can, perhaps it could be like just a few seconds, right? Or or it can start growing as you practice, as you do the meditation. It will become to become longer and longer, the periods where you can just remain in this state of contemplation. And that doesn't mean that your mind has to be perfectly quiet. I think that that's a misconception. That here in the West, we think that in order to be accomplished in a meditation practice, you have to quiet your mind completely. And it's not about that. It's more about just turning on your observer. And if a thought comes, then you just observe it without judgment, without criticism, and you let it pass. And then maybe another thought comes, maybe it doesn't. You observe it without judgment, without criticism, and you let it pass. And then at some point, your mind is going to become its usual chatty self. And then at that time, you are done with your meditation, and you just dedicate the merit of your practice to the benefit of all sentient beings. With Tara, that is this is something that you do in most Buddhist practices. With Tara, it's not so much a requirement, because during the practice you are already sending out, or she is already sending out her blessings to all sentient beings. But in any case, what you're going to do, if you're going to do this following the video or not, if you're not, you can count the mantras, or not. If you have a mala, then they're made of 108 beads, and you just hold them with these two fingers and your thumb, and as you repeat the mantra, you just go around. So this also helps sort of store the energy of your practice into this mala. It helps you count, helps you keep count. If you want to keep count and you don't have a mala, you can count with your fingers, like going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then when you reach that, then you go to your next, I don't know how it's called in English, but the next section of your finger. 1, 2, 3, etc., 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 until you reach 100. And then you do 8. And if you don't want to count, you can just follow along. I will be counting with my mala, so I will be doing the mantra repetitions 108 times. And as I said, when we're doing it as a group, it's as if there's 33 of us doing 108 repetitions a day, then it's not, I'm not only doing 108 repetitions myself. The total number of repetitions that we accumulate as a group, it's as if I or you were doing it on our own. That's the number of repetitions that we are accumulating in our practice. And in many Buddhist practices, they say that in order to achieve siddhi, or the fruit of the practice, siddhi means accomplishment, that you have to repeat the mantra a certain number of times, right? It can, depending on the practice, it can be 10,000 times or 100,000 times, or, and if I were to do 100,000 times, that would take me 3 years to doing one mala, right? 108 repetitions. And if 33 of us are doing it at the same time, but it doesn't have to be at the same exact time, just connecting with the group energy, then it would take us 30 days. So that's one of the major benefits of doing it in a group. But also, by doing it in a group, it really just creates a much more powerful energy. Because I think that the ultimate goal is to dissolve the divisiveness, to dissolve the separateness, to really acknowledge and feel and experience our oneness with all. And so let's get started. And for the following days, I won't repeat this explanation. And, I will share like other resources, but there's so much information out there if you want to dive a little bit deeper into the Tara, the meaning of Tara, the symbolism of Tara, and, and just like other practices that you can do. But for now, let's just start. Sorry. Okay. And so I'm just going to I'm just going to change my settings for the audio. There we go. And so the background music that you are now hearing is a solfeggio tone to eliminate fear. And so as one of the main liberated actions of Green Tara is to dissolve fear, I thought that it would be nice to have that in the background. And so I'm going to ask you, if you feel comfortable, just sit up, trying to keep your spine as straight as is comfortable, and gently close your eyes. And take a deep breath in, dropping into your body. And on the out breath, releasing any stress, any worries, any tension, and just setting it aside. Inhale deeply one more time. Scanning your body, bringing your conscious awareness into your body, and just releasing any residual tension on the out breath. And inhaling deeply one more time, bringing your conscious awareness to the present moment. And trying to relax your body on the out breath. And so now you're going to visualize Green Tara floating in front of you. Her body is made of pure, pristine, translucent, emerald green light. She is sitting on a lotus throne. She is holding a lotus flower in her left hand. Her right hand is stretched outwards, as is her right foot, as a gesture of her willingness to come to your aid and to jump into action. Now you're going to visualize a beam of white light coming out of her third eye chakra into yours, purifying your body with the syllable Om. Now you're going to visualize a ray of red light coming out of her throat chakra into yours, purifying the plane of speech or energy with the syllable mantra Ah. And now you visualize a beam of blue light coming from her heart chakra into yours, purifying the plane of mind or consciousness with the syllable mantra Hum. And now you can keep visualizing her in front of you, or if you feel comfortable doing so, you can visualize green Tara growing tinier and tinier, floating above your head, coming in and down your central channel. And as she reaches your heart chakra, with the bija mantra Tam, you become green Tara. If you'd rather visualize her still floating outside of you, you can just visualize this pearl or the syllable in the middle of her chest, in her heart chakra. Dum. And we start repeating the mantra. Om Tari Tutari Ture Swaha. 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 Om Tari Tutari Turi 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 Swaha. And now just continue to visualize these beams of green light coming out of Tara's heart, and as they reach all beings, everything dissolves into this beautiful green light. And once everything has dissolved into light, just sit and contemplate. To become chatty again, just take a deep breath. Bring your energy, your conscious awareness back into your body, back into your space. Become increasingly aware of your surroundings, of the contours of your body. And when you're ready to come fully back, start wiggling your toes, your hands, and you can gently rub your hands together. Breathe in to them or breathe into your mala. And dedicate your practice, today's practice, to the benefit of all sentient beings. And with gratitude and reverence for Tara's grace, for her presence, for her blessings, gently open your eyes. And so, you can go about your day, either manifested as Green Tara or not. You can come back into your body and manifest it as your own human self. And just having this presence, start creating a relationship with Tara. Calling her in whenever you need help, whenever someone you love needs help. Whenever anyone needs help, asking her to dissolve all fears, to bring wisdom, to bring love and compassion and protection. And so, just go about your day. And also taking advantage that today is the new moon energy, the new moon in Capricorn. Try to start setting an intention. Just wonder, what seeds do I want to plant today? What new beginnings? What do I need to release for that seed to start growing? And thank you for being here, for being part of this challenge. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Many, many blessings to all of you. Thank you.